This video from Casio Help, we're taking a look at setting up the Cashier assignment and Cashier interrupt functionality on the SE-S3000 register. So the basic Cashier assignment is I log in, put a sale through and then log out. Cashier interrupt is I log in, put a sale in, wander off to make the sale, as in pour the pints of Guinness or whatever, and my mate can come along, use the register by opening a sale without affecting my sale. I can then return to the till and open my sale back up again. So the machine, the 3000 as standard, has Cashier assignment in the memory, but it doesn't have it activated, and neither does it have the Cashier interrupt function activated. The first thing to double check is to make sure that you haven't set up the basic Cashier assignment function, and you can do that by going to PGM, arrow down to general setting, going into enable clerk, and then making sure that this is set to no. It sounds counterintuitive, but the way I'm going to set up Cashier interrupt, it's better off if you've got that function set to no. So currently you can't log in and you can just process a sale without signing on. So that's the start point. What I'd probably recommend is, rather than following the instructions I'm going to show you straight away, I'd watch the video all the way through and I'll demonstrate the end how it works, and then if you're happy with that, you can then re-watch the video and set it up on your machine. Okay, so the first step is key round to PGM, arrow down to system setting, and when that's highlighted, CA amount 10 to enter. You then press 3 subtotal, followed by 2722 subtotal, and then you type in the following code exactly: 1400000000. You then press CA amount 10 and subtotal. The next step is 4 subtotal, followed by 06, and then you need to use a spare function button that you're not used to using. So you could use CE. I tend to use price because I don't use that as standard, but if you use price you could use CE. What you should bear in mind is you will never be able to use this button for its original function, so worth bearing in mind. Whichever button you're going to use, you then press it and then subtotal. You now turn the key back to the reg mode, and there's several things you should now find out. First is, you won't be able to use the machine without logging in. So if I try and process a sale, I'm going to get an error message telling me to sign in. So I can sign in. I've set up secret codes on this one, so I've had to press my PIN number to access my clerk number 1, Bob. Bob can now open a sale. He can now, if he gets distracted or wanders off to pour the Guinness or make the coffee or whatever the person's ordered, he can leave the register, and his colleague can sign in. He gets a message saying, "Are you sure you want to interrupt Bob?" Obviously he does, because he's put his code in. He can now process his transaction. He can also wander away as well, and if Bob comes back, hang on, he needs to get to the end of the sale. If Bob comes back, he can then type in his number and then interrupt and finish off his sale. He gets a receipt printout if he wants, and then the second cashier, Neil, can come back and his sale is unaffected by what Bob's just done. So that's basically how to set up and use the Cashier interrupt function. One thing to be aware of is that the till doesn't have an unlimited memory, so you can't have 15 different operators with big sales open with 20 lines on each one, so there is a limit to how many lines you can possibly have open at once. But what I'd probably recommend is, if it's ideal if you've got 2 or 3 different operators using the machine, interrupting each other with relatively small sales. But see how you go. If you want to set it up, you can follow the instructions. And I've also got another video showing you how to deactivate it. So say for some reason if you decide you don't want to use the Cashier system anymore, it's possible to turn it off, and there's a video appearing now showing you how to do that. You can check out our other videos as well. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel, or you can visit casiohelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.